Hi, Lee Phillips here. I am going to invite you to a tax summit. The IRS is your major impediment to financial success. It's your biggest asset protection threat. I'm a lawyer. I deal with taxes. I'm currently representing a client suing the IRS for $2 million in the Court of Claims. Now, the Court of Claims is the court just below the U.S. Supreme Court, above the federal tax court. But I deal with taxes a lot. My associate, who's going to work with me, is a guy named Ben Rucker. Ben is a former special auditor agent dude for the IRS for 8 years. He taught the IRS auditors how to audit. He represented the IRS in the big criminal cases. He knows what he's doing, guys. Wouldn't it be good to have a IRS special auditor on your side teaching you what to do? Now, people don't understand what taxes do to them. I don't have time to show you now, but we're going to show you exactly what happens, and you will be stunned when you realize what the IRS is doing to you, how it prevents you from getting ahead financially. In the tax summit, we're going to go through, we're going to teach you how to use your little business and your real estate as tax shelters. Your clients never brought you, or your accountant dudes never brought you in and put his arm around you and said, you know, we need to teach you how to use your little business. We need to teach you how to use your real estate. We need to just show you how to cut your taxes. They don't do that. All they do is take the numbers you give them, plug them into the computer, and spit out your taxes. Oh, they know all about this other stuff. They know all about above the line and below the line accounting. If you don't understand that, you need to, because if you work above the line, you can affect your taxes. But your tax dudes, your tax planning financial guys always work below the line. You've got to work above the line. We're going to teach you all about that. Exactly what to do. Now, Ben and I, we're little business people. Ben and I, we invest in real estate. We understand exactly how it works. Our goal is to cut your taxes by 20 to 30%. That's a reasonable goal. We can use black and white letter law. I can defend it in court. Ben can defend it. In fact, we do a lot of tax resolution stuff. We had a lady call us yesterday. She's an actress. She's been working with the lawyers. They've said, we've done all we can do. Pay your $500,000, 2 weeks or you're in jail. We figured it out. We got it down to where she paid a lot less than that. So we can do the tax resolutions. You're not worried about that, though. You're worried about putting more money in your pocket this year. And that's exactly what you need to be worried about. But you've got to think taxes all year long. You can't do it December 1st. You can't do it April 1st. You've got to structure the deal now. And the funny thing is the rich people understand how to use these laws, and they leverage what they do in order to create wealth. You can take a good business deal and make it into a really good business deal if you understand how to twist the taxes. People come to me and they ask me to help them structure the business deal, structure the settlement, whatever it is. Because if I can spin the taxes a little bit, I can put an extra $100,000 into their pocket. I can make it a great deal instead of just a good deal. We're going to go through this in the tax summit. In fact, we're going to teach you how to, we can't guarantee, but how to keep from getting audited. They've just put $95 billion more into the IRS, and they want to increase the number of audits by at least 300%. They are hiring tens of thousands of more IRS agents as we speak. So you need to structure your taxes to avoid the audit. And by the way, there is no such thing as a random audit. There is a reason that your tax return was selected for audit. They don't have time to do random crap. I know it seems like the IRS is always random, but there is a reason. And we will teach you how to structure your tax return so that we get the minimum exposure to the audit. We took a guy, our clients have been the ones that demanded that we do this tax summit. We charged him $1,000, and our client said, hey, no problem. We know we're going to make more than $1,000 by attending this 4-hour tax summit. We had a guy who wasn't a client. He attended. I don't know how he got in, frankly, but he figured out that his accountant was not maximizing the 199A deduction for him. Now, in 2019, he got nothing. We restructured his taxes for him in 2020, or at least taught him what to do. He put an extra $700,000 plus into his pocket in 2020. Duh. The IRS is your major impediment to financial success. It's your major asset protection problem. What are you going to do about it? And if you keep doing the same thing you're doing, you're going to get buried with everybody else. You will never get ahead financially. It won't work. We're going to put more money into your pocket. You can't work any harder. You can't turn the crank any faster. But if I can cut your tax bill by even 20%, that's huge, guys. That's huge over the years, because it's not only the 20% I save you today, it's the time value of that money over the next 20 years. This is a big deal. The Tax Summit, just click the button and register. We're going to take a very limited number of people. We have a big 80-inch TV screen across from us, and I'm going to look at every one of your little mugs, and we're going to interact. This is an interactive virtual event. We have to do virtual these days, but we're going to do it virtually, but we're going to interact with people. So we can't have 600 trillion people in this event. This is a very limited event, and we will interact one-on-one with you. You can ask questions. You can do all of that stuff. That's the intent. This is for people who understand that they can get a lot more wealth if they can control their tax output. This is Lee Phillips. Ben Rucker and I are going to sit and do it with you. Register now, because we are going to limit the number of people that attend. See you there.